Good morning and welcome to part 2 of our fall 2018 final exam, modified version, Algebra 1, Mr. Kingsbury and Ms. Mattaliano. This is on December 20th, 2018. General instructions. You will have no fewer than 75 minutes to complete the following 38 questions. Please read and follow each set of instructions very carefully in order to receive proper credit. Be sure to show all of your work so that partial credit may be awarded where indicated. Good luck. And feel free to pause or rewind anytime you need. Instructions. Find the vocabulary term from the choices listed in the box below that matches the given definition. Write the correct vocabulary term next to its definition in the space provided. List of vocabulary words. Reading from left to right. Variable, order of operations, reciprocal, like terms, coefficient, mapping, domain, range, discrete function, continuous function, vertical line test, linear equation, nonlinear equation, set builder notation, function, literal equation, intercept, constant, rate of change, parameter. Now moving on to the definitions. Number 1. The set of the first numbers of the ordered pairs, which is to say the set of all x coordinates or inputs, always represents the independent variable. Number 2. An equation that forms a line when it is graphed, often written in standard form. Number 3. The number or quantity that is written before the variable in an algebraic expression. Number 4. A ratio that describes, on average, how much one quantity changes with respect to a change in another quantity. Number 5. In slope-intercept form, the variables m and b are called this because changing either value changes the graph of the equation. Number 6. The point at which the graph of an equation crosses an axis. Number 7. In standard form, the value represented by the term c is called this because it is a number that doesn't change. Number 8. A function graphed with an unbroken line or curve. Instructions. Translate the following verbal expressions into algebraic expressions. Number 9. Twice a number. Number 10. 4 less than half a number. Instructions. Translate the following algebraic expressions into verbal, written expressions. Number 11. 5 times the quantity x minus 1, and quantity. Number 12. 3x plus 5. Instructions. Simplify the following expressions by using the order of operations. Number 13, 5 plus 2 times 7 minus 4. 14, 4 minus 3 times 2 times the quantity 1 plus 2 to the power of 2 and quantity minus 1. 15. Instructions. Simplify the following expressions by combining like terms. Number 15. X plus X plus X plus X plus Y plus Y. Number 16. Negative 2A plus 3B plus 4AB plus 3A minus 5B plus 1. Instructions. Use the distributive property to expand the following expressions. Simplify. Number 17. 5 times the quantity x plus 1 and quantity. 18. 3x times the quantity 1 minus y and quantity. Instructions. Plot the following xy coordinate pairs on the coordinate plane. Number 19. Point A is the point 0, 0. B is the point 2, 5. C is the point 5, negative 3. D is the point negative 1, 2. E is the point negative 6, negative 4. Instructions. A. Find the domain and range for the following sets of points. Write your domain and range using set builder notation. B. Do a mapping of the domain and range. C. Convert the mapping to a table set. D. Graph the data points. E. Determine if the points represent a function and explain your reasoning. Number 20. The set of the following points: 0, 2, 3, negative 2, negative 1, 2, negative 4, 5, 0, 5. So part A is to find the domain and range for the points listed in the set above, and to write that domain and range using set builder notation. B is to do a mapping of the domain and range using those two circles provided. C is to convert the mapping to a table set using the table provided. D is to graph the data points using the coordinate plane provided. In E, we want to answer the question, is this a function? Why or why not? You can explain in the space provided. Instructions. Solve the following one-step equations for x. Important, You must show all of your work to receive full credit. Number 21, x plus 5 equals 10. Number 22, negative 3x equals 15. Instructions. Solve the following multi-step equations for x. Important, you must show all of your work to receive full credit. Number 23, 2x minus 4 equals 16. 24, 3 times the quantity x plus 1 and quantity equals 6. Number 25, 2x plus y equals z minus x. Instructions. Rewrite the following equations in standard form. If the equation cannot be rewritten in standard form, write cannot do. Number 26. Y minus 6 equals negative 4 times the quantity x plus 2 and quantity. Number 27. 3xy minus 5 equals 7y. Instructions. Find the x and y intercepts of the following graph. Write your answers in the boxes provided. So the graph of the equation is shown. Then we have a box for the x-intercept, followed by a box for the y-intercept. Instructions. Find the x and y intercepts for the equation. Then graph the equation. Number 29. 3x minus 4y equals negative 12. And we have a space for figuring the x-intercept, a space for figuring the y-intercept, and a coordinate plane for graphing the equation using the intercepts. Instructions. Use the table below to generate two xy coordinate pairs for each equation. Then plot the two xy coordinate pairs and connect them to graph the line that represents the equation. Number 30. Negative 2x plus 5y equals 10. And then we have a table with 2 rows and 4 columns. The first column is a column for x. The second column is a column for plugging in for x, and the equation, as we know, is negative 2 times x plus 5y equals 10. The third column is for y. And the fourth column is for listing xy coordinate pairs. And then finally we have a coordinate plane for graphing our intercepts and connecting the intercepts to graph the line. Instructions. Using the slope formula, find the slope of the line that passes through the following points. Number 31. We have the points 1, 5 and 2, 6. Instructions. Use the given slope and y-intercept to write an equation in slope-intercept form. Number 32. Slope, or m, equals 6. B equals negative 12. Instructions. Find the slope m and the y-intercept b for the following equation. Number 33. Y equals 54x minus 303. Instructions. Graph the following equation using the slope and y-intercept. Number 34. Y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1. And we have a coordinate plane for graphing our equation. Instructions. Write the equation of the following line in slope-intercept form. Number 35. We have our graph of the equation. We need to work backwards to find the equation and write it in slope-intercept form. Instructions. Use the given point and slope to write an equation in point-slope form. Number 36. The point is 4, 5. And the slope equals 6. Instructions. Evaluate the function as indicated when f of x equals 5x. Number 37. Find f of 0. Number 38. Find f of negative 2. Extra credit. Instructions. A. Write the function represented in the scenario described below. B. Then evaluate as indicated. Number 55. Mr. Kingsbury is planning on buying 2 pizzas to eat by himself. He also knows that he's going to need to buy an additional 1/4 pizza for every scholar in his classes. A. Write a function that describes the number of total pizzas, P, that Mr. K will need to buy in terms of the number of scholars, S, in his class. B. Then evaluate the function for 64 scholars. So that brings us to the end of the questions on this part of the final exam. I will go ahead and quickly read through the relevant formulas listed on the back page attached to this modified version of the final. So our Algebra 1 final exam relevant formulas are m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which equals rise over run. Ax plus by equals c. Y equals mx plus b. Y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1, and quantity. That brings us to the end. Again, please feel free to rewind if you need to repeat any questions. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask your instructor. And best of luck. Thank you.